I start the video, don't forget to comment which car you think is going to win this race. Also, come on, subscribe to the channel, find us on Instagram, let's do this. This is a Dodge Challenger 392 Hemi Scat Pack Shaker. And over the years, the term scat has taken on a different meaning. Back in 1968, the Scat Pack was a collection of high-performance muscle cars offered from Dodge. And now scat is something different. And now, a life lesson with cars and zebras. If there's one thing I've learned while making this video, it's that you need to be extremely cautious while Googling terms like scat, or scat party, or 2 girls 1 cup, because there are certain things you cannot unsee. This has been a life lesson with cars and zebras. And I don't know about you guys, but I love these Challengers. And sure, they haven't changed very much, but Dodge doesn't care if they change them because they keep selling like crazy.
How'd that sound? So long!
Haters.
And I don't blame Dodge for not changing these cars, and I definitely don't blame people for buying them because they are fantastic runners. Kinda like this runner, who's also his own little scat pack. Pushing this monster down the quarter mile is a 392 cubic inch V8 with a compression ratio of 10.9 to 1, and it makes 485 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 475 pound-feet of torque at 4,200 RPM. And keep in mind, those are net horsepower ratings. A 6-speed manual was standard in the Scat Pack, but for another $1,400 you could upgrade to the TorqueFlite automatic. And no, this one's not your grandpa's TorqueFlite.
What's up now, bro? Yeah, what's up now, bro?
Like I was saying, this TorqueFlite's an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it can shift in only 160 milliseconds. Let's talk about rear gears, shall we? You've got the Challenger Scat Pack with an automatic transmission. It came with 309 gears. And normally that'd make me vomit in my mouth, but considering it's paired up with an 8-speed TorqueFlite automatic, well, that's actually a pretty good choice. The Challenger is pure American muscle, and in the United States, people like things big, they like them loud, and sometimes they like them a little chunky. And the Scat Pack is no exception. Because this car's curb weight, and keep in mind this is without driver, is 4,239 pounds.
Hey, Gully!
Oh yeah!
The price of the Scat Pack wasn't too bad. The RT Shaker started at $37,995. The Scat Pack Shaker option was another $4,800, and that automatic transmission was another $1,400. That gives you a cheapest total of $44,195. Around this time, Dodge was using a lot of interesting commercials, even one like this that featured the Dodge brothers. And really, they all had the same centralized theme of Dodge being extreme and powerful, and it's kind of like this other commercial of theirs that I found.
You're a Dodge, we're extreme. Wanna poop your pants every time you drive? Scat Pack Shaker! Want something more extreme? Like a fatal cardiac arrhythmia every time you accelerate? Demon! Need something sensible with good gas mileage? Dart!
But enough talk about this Dodge Challenger 392 Hemi Scat Pack Shaker. Let's check out its opponent. This is a 1970 Plymouth Road Runner, and yeah, it's got a Hemi. And these things are pretty rare. In 1970, they only made 16 hardtop Hemis with an automatic transmission. Yes, you heard that correctly, 16. And with these old Hemis, there's lots of mystique behind those engines and how much horsepower they were really making. Well, here's some original dyno testing from 1965. Now, of course, those engines had a solid lifter cam. Our featured car is a hydraulic lifter cam. But come on, you guys, it's close enough. Let's take a look. And if I zoom into the corrected horsepower, you'll see that that Hemi was making 463 horsepower at 6,000 RPM. But also make note that that wasn't peak horsepower. That thing was still climbing, so I'll bet if you rev it out a little bit higher, it'll probably make about 480 or 490 horsepower. The bottom line is that this Roadrunner is going off like a cannon. And even with that original testing, Plymouth was being a little bit sneaky. They rated this car at only 425 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and 490 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM, and that was all with a compression ratio of 10.25 to 1. And hey, did you guys notice this thing's got the air grabber hood? Yeah, that is definitely one of the coolest things from the muscle car era. Just in, breaking news confirms this Roadrunner has a 727 automatic transmission backed by a set of 430 gears. Wow! That means we should expect to see a high-pressure front of sexiness move quickly down the quarter mile, followed shortly by a brief shower comprised of tears of joy. Ha ha ha! Back to you, cars and zebras. The weight for this Roadrunner really isn't that bad. With driver, it's coming in at 3,866 pounds. And if you recall, the curb weight for the Challenger was 4,239 pounds, so roughly 4,400 pounds with a driver, and that gives us a difference of 534 pounds between these two cars. Think about that. 534 pounds. That's like the weight of your mom. I'm just gonna say it, you guys, but this car is gonna probably run quicker than what you're expecting. So take a minute, read the video description box so you can see all the modifications allowed in pure stock and factory stock racing, and keep in mind, you make any of those little changes to a 426 Hemi, and it's gonna transform it into an absolute banshee on the drag strip. But enough talk about these two cars. Let's see what they can do on the drag strip. The Roadrunner takes this one screaming through the quarter mile in only 12.29 seconds at 114.68 miles per hour, but the Challenger was very competitive with a 12.47 at 113.90 miles per hour. Let's check that out one more time. You know what, you guys, I don't really feel great posting this footage because I know that this Roadrunner typically runs a lot quicker than that. But it was just a bad day on the track. It was 92 degrees, it was really humid, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you another race featuring the same Roadrunner on the same track and even the same lane, but 1 year earlier when it was 20 degrees cooler. Oh shoot, I should probably give you some information on its opponent. Let's do a real quick Cars and Zebras presentation. This is a 1970 Buick GS 455, and it's got a 455 cubic inch V8 putting out 350 horsepower at 4,600 RPM and 510 pound-feet of torque at 2,800 RPM. All that power is flowing through a TH400 3-speed automatic, with the rear tires being torqued by a set of 373 gears, and this car with driver is coming in at 3,920 pounds. And that's about it, so I guess all we're missing is just one more fart. Good, that completes the presentation. Let's check out the race.
I totally am.
And the Roadrunner wins this one, running a 12.04 at 114.01 miles per hour, and the Buick wasn't too far behind, running a 13.16 at 103.41 miles per hour. Let's check that out one more time, and then I swear the video's done, you guys. That's it.
I totally am.
Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, find us on Instagram, and I'll see you at the next one.